Hello, familia. Welcome. My name is MagdalineJanet. If you are new, welcome to the fam. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because we're always here having a good time. And come visit me on TikTok and Insta because I'm there daily. And of course, welcome back to my oldies but goodies. Familia, so my skin is looking so good today. I'm like, what? But I'm using all my favorite products, which is why it looks good. Because we're testing out a new vitamin enriched pressed powder from Bobbi Brown. I saw this release and I had been trying to get my hands on it and I was having technical difficulties, but I finally have it and I want to show you how it works because, you know, I like Bobbi Brown makeup, although the skin tint that just released did not work at all. Let's try this powder out. It looks very promising. I have most of my face done because I'm going to use this as a setting powder. It does have a little bit of color. I did want to show you how it sets the skin. So talking about the skin, let me show you what I added on and then we'll start. I started off priming the skin with the L'Oreal Prime Lab Matte Setter Primer. I added this all over the skin and then I let it dry down because you always want to let your primer dry down. After a couple of minutes, I touched my skin. It was dried down. Then I went in with this mix combo, the Lancome foundation and the Urban Decay Hydro Manic Tinted Glow foundation slash skin tint because I wanted to do a little mixeroo today just because I wanted to have a glowy finish because we're working with this powder. I added this all over the skin with my hand. Then I blended it out with a brush. Let that sit maybe about 5 minutes today because, you know, time is ticking. And then I cream bronzed with the new Juvia's Place cream bronzer in the shade Caramel. You guys know I love these. Did a 2-day review and I just love them so much. And after that, I added some cream blush because I feel like I've not been using cream blush lately. I'm using Jubilee by Danessa Myricks. After that's looking all good, I color corrected these ojeras with the Huda Beauty Peach Color Corrector, blended it out with the sponge to give us a nice thin layer. Then I concealed with the Urban Decay Stay Naked Quickie Concealer. I'm in the shade 50 NN so we can get that good coverage. Here we are now. I really love how everything looks. Under eyes look good. Cheeks, everything looks good. But you know what? Before we get started, let me give you info about the powder really quick. The new Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Pressed Finishing Powder comes in 4 shades. I have the shade Neutral. It retails for $48. This is a multitasking finishing powder that hydrates, visibly refines skin tone and absorbs oils all day for a balanced complexion with a fresh, healthy, and even tone look. The coverage is light. The finish is natural. Purchase mine at Sephora. Now that we have all the info, this is how it looks. It's white packaging. So, whew. And this is the pressed powder. I have the shade Neutral. So it's a good shade to set the skin. I'm going to set my under eyes just because that's how we do here, but I don't know how it's going to set. I don't know if it's a little too deep. You guys know I like a very bright under eye. And let me swatch this really quick. It doesn't have a scent. See? Let's see. Okay, it's translucent-y. They do have 4 shades. I did get this one because I wanted something that was gonna set everything, my under eyes and my skin well. I hope this is the right shade. The next one's Peach. That's a good color too. You guys know I like to always start with my under eyes. Let me get rid of any creases. I like this concealer because it doesn't crease that much. I'm gonna get my powder puff. Get this amount, good amount. You see up against the black, the shade looks a little different from my hand. I'm gonna press that in and then I'm gonna look up, set. Oh my God, I'm nervous. Let's see. And then work it down here. I'm gonna concentrate it right here on the T-zone right now. I'm really pressing. That's what I'm doing, those pressing motions. I'm going around the cream products, you know, the contour and blush, the bronzer and blush. Okay, this looks good. It's not really matte. It's giving us this matte sort of velvet look. Then I'm gonna just press the rest here. Here, I wanna show you. So this is a before and after. You see, wow, this is smooth. Very smooth. Let me show you my under eyes. Under eyes look good. I like that it didn't darken this area. That could happen with powders. This is smooth. You see this smoothness right here? This is the powder side versus the non-powder side. You see how you see a little bit of that texture there, which is fine. I have texture, you know, big pores and whatnot. Okay, smoothness. Oh, wow. Damn, okay. It also added a little bit of color, just like a smidge. All right, I'm kind of like Okay, Bobbi Brown. Okay, let me get rid of these creases though. And then let's set the other side. With the pressed powder, if I am setting my under eyes, I like to use this powder puff. If I wanted like a lighter set look, instead of pressing it in, I would use a loose brush and just press it in. You know what? Let's do that. I'm gonna use, of course, my under eyes. You know, I'm very particular. So I'm gonna use the powder with the puff. Right? Just really set that in. You know what? I forgot to do my lids. Let me set that just a little bit. Because you guys saw I added on my lids the Juvia's Place. And then let's get this brush. I just love this smoothness. I'm going to get this brush. Let's see. You see, it's grabbing a good amount. And then I'm going to press with this brush, this powder. You won't get as much pigment with a brush. Well, depending on the brush. This one is not that fluffy. So you see how well it's grabbing that product? And I'm just going to press that in. Make sure we're set because this powder claims to like control oils and the whole thing. That's what I'll do. Oh my God, I just chewed on the thing. Okay. The brush doesn't look as smooth. Here's, you see the brush, right? It looks good. It's set. We have that nice little radiance going. The powder isn't radiant. The powder isn't radiant, but it's giving the skin a healthy look. I just like how smooth this is. It's a slight difference, but enough to tell. You know what? Yeah. Let me grab my powder puff and just kind of, without adding product, around my mouth. I like to set well because that's the area that moves a lot. And then, okay, my under eyes are moving a little bit. It's smooth, but it's also creasing a little bit. Honestly, that happens with pressed powders. That's why I always go in with a loose powder, because that loose powder effect, all the loose particles of the powder really get into the creases. It technically isn't the powder's fault. It's more that I have a lot of creases and I honestly too prefer a loose powder in the look of my under eyes. So I'm gonna get a little bit of the Maybelline one and let me just set like that. I'm not gonna put it anywhere in my face, and then we're just gonna let that bake a little bit. Yeah, it's 9:40 in the a.m. You guys know I'm gonna be here all day. I like this initial application. It looks really good. It has this translucent foundation powder feel and look. It's lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. The skin still kind of feels wet, so I'm a little scared. Actually, it does. It's like I didn't set it, but you could tell I did because it looks super smooth. So let me get a little more and just kind of right here. And you can tell like this hydrated look it's giving the skin. Huh, I don't know. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is finish up the face, just add powder, bronzer, blush, all that jazz. Speed it up and I'll be back. All right, fam, I'm back. Finished everything up, me peiné y todo. Skin, let's look. It looks good. I love this radiance that we have. I like that you'll never look matte with this powder in the slightest. However, I don't like how my under eyes look. They look better because we use the loose powder, you know? You guys know, anytime I review any sort of powder besides foundation powder, it has to work well for the under eyes. So let's just check them out. Oh, wait. Okay. It looks better. It's skin warmth. It's been maybe like an hour now. Okay, not bad. Look at the skin. You see this radiance going on? You can see a little bit of texture around my mouth. Let me get close so you can see. I don't know if I like that. Also, sometimes the skin warmth, it just gets better. And let's see, I like it. Hopefully the makeup's held well put together. So it kind of reminds me of an in-between of a setting powder and foundation powder. It's not as pigmented as a foundation powder, but the way it gives you a glowy look, that's why it's giving me that vibe, you know? But we'll see. You guys know we're gonna be here all day. I really hope I don't look asada because, girl, I got a long day ahead. It'll be in the vlog. It'll be in the vlog. Okay, my lip combo I want to show you. Spice MAC lip liner, and then 123 Lay Nude Independent. I wasn't feeling it, but then now I'm looking at it. It matches with my coral blush from L'Oreal, you know? Okay, this is it. Let's go in front of the window so you can see the skin. All right, fam, we are here in front of the window. Look at the skin. You see, this is the texture I'm talking about, which, I mean, it's not bad. You see that smile line? It's cracking. The under eyes look good. I thought they weren't gonna look as good. Let me look up so you can see. The skin feels nice and hydrated though. It doesn't feel matte, it doesn't feel dry, it doesn't feel tight. That's perfect for dry skin as well. Yeah, not bad. I mean, it looks good. I definitely have the feeling though, skin warmth is gonna make this look beautiful. Let's see how the oils act up today. Familia, I'm back. Ooh, it is 9 o'clock, you guys. We've had this powder on all day, but you know, I got some footage for you at around 4 o'clock. It was gloomy where I was at, so I didn't have a lot of sunlight, but you can actually see the skin very well. And honestly, the skin was looking super smooth. I did have some texture going on here and there, but at this point, with skin warmth, things were looking really good. I'm very surprised. Under eyes looking smooth, pores non-existent, oils are pretty well put together. Look at the skin. Gastada? No. Not at all. It's been all day. I haven't touched up. I am radiant very slightly. So I do believe that the oil control business that they have, the shine control that the powder says it does, I do believe it. I'm always going to be shiny. That's the thing. Like, I'm never not going to be shiny because I do have oily skin. I've had the makeup on for 12 hours, 11, 12 hours, and I haven't touched up. You'll just have warmth going on. But look at the skin. Pores, you could barely freaking see them. And let's look at the under eyes. Damn, look at the smoothness. Remember I told you I kind of had that feeling that it was skin warmth that was just gonna hook this up. I feel like there's a tiny bit of separation, but it's like so minute where you could barely see it. Just at the chin area. This powder, it's a yes for me. Love the smoothness. That's what I really could see that this powder did. The smoothness, and it holds everything together because even my lids look pretty well put together. Skin, good. So, okay, Bobbi Brown. It feels super luxe too. That's the thing. Remember when I applied it, it felt like velvety. It just feels like this nice layer on your skin, and literally that's what you get. Oh my God, let me know your thoughts. I really like this powder. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it this much just because you know how I feel about powders. I'm very particular about powders, and they have to work for the under eyes and the skin and the lids well and last all day and us not look gastada to be worth our dollar bills. You know what I mean? This is it, fam. Let me know your thoughts. Have you seen this around? Have you purchased it? I will have it linked down below if you want to check it out because, girl, gastada proof for sure. A 12-hour wear test, no touch-ups, oily skin, you know. But yeah, this is it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love you guys so much. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, click the button right there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.